Ah, the Parker T1, the space pen. Keep watching. This is one of the more obscure Parker pens. This one is a fountain pen. Maybe it seems familiar to you because it resembles the Parker 75. It was introduced in April 1970, but only after a year, in 1971, after 104,000 were shipped, it was discontinued. Why, you may ask? Well, this was a courageous attempt to honor that man had stepped on the face of the moon, but it ended as a commercial failure in a year. The production of high-quality titanium proved to generate more problems than profit. Keep in mind that it was 1970. So, let's take a look at the pen. It has a length of 12.97 centimeters. Also some measurements if you are interested in the pen. The units are in centimeters. Let's see how it compares to his brother, the Parker 75. It seems quite similar. Also, I will just put here some more popular pens. Here's the Parker 45. It's a bit longer. A Parker Jotter, Parker 51. Let's see, it's fatter and longer. Rotring 600. These two are kind of rarities, but this is much rarer. It weighs 16 grams with a converter inserted inside. But one of the specialties of this pen is the integrated titanium nib. Let's just zoom in a bit. So, as you can see, the section is one with the nib. It's beautiful. It's simply beautiful. For me, it it reminds me of that steam engine, the Mallard. That was a beauty too. Here you can see the adjustment screw. They were available in two nib sizes, fine medium or medium broad. I have no idea which one I have. It was used, but it still has the iridium tipping intact. I read on forums that they were so fragile they just broke. Well, this one is working, but it's not in a NOS condition. It has a really pleasant design. It's really like an arrow. Nice. It takes the Parker converters or the Parker cartridges. Sadly, it has a plastic thread. Otherwise, the barrel has metal threads inside, and the barrel the section with the nib and also the cap is made out of titanium. It is also adorned with some cap jewels. I think these are made out of plastic, but they are nice red, translucent. Here you can also see the Parker logo, the iconic Parker arrow. Wow, man, they knew back then how to make arrows beautiful, not like today. Then you can see the Parker inscription and the Made in USA with the logo. The barrel and the cap is separated by a nice golden ring. Also, there is another end jewel on the barrel which spins in my case. I don't know if it needs to spin or not, but mine spins. Yes, the clip, it's gold plated, but it's simply beautiful. So I will just place here some ads, vintage ads that I found on the internet that shows the price of these of this Parker T1. It's interesting that it was in 1970 it costs like $20 and in the same time on the same ad the Parker 75 had a cost of $25. So there was a difference of $5. If back then someone would have bought a bunch of these, man, that would have been nice today. So you can see that they are quite similar, the T1 and the 75. I just got an idea. Let the torches and pitchforks out and go and hunt me if you want. But I will try to see if there are compatible parts between the two. Let's just zoom out a bit. Cap. Yeah, so of course these two have different caps. One has fingers that are spring-loaded. The other one has a clutch that catches this steel ring. But otherwise, the two seems the same. So the cap should not damage either of these if I change them. Does it fit the 75? No, I would not push it for further. Let's suppose you have a T1 without a cap. Does the 75 cap fit? Oh, nice! It's a nice little Frankenpen. Silver and titanium. Nice. It's weird, but it's nice. So the cap, the 75 cap fits the T1. What about the barrel? It feels like, okay, the T1 barrel fits the 75 section. It fits, but there is a tiny gap there that could be distracting, and yeah. Okay, the 75 barrel fits quite nice, quite well the T1, and you can put the 70. Okay, you can use a section and disguise it as a 75. Cool. Now let's just put it back together so purist collectors would not have a heart attack. Just as a comparison, the T1 with its 16 grams, it's like 6 grams lighter than the 75. Almost twice as heavy as a Parker Jotter and 4 grams lighter than a Parker 51 aerometric. Feeling of this pen is simply perfect. I cannot describe it on camera, but it's simply perfect. So this combination of brushed, it has a really unique feeling when touching it. So it's nothing like other metal pens like the Rotring 600, which is coated, the Parker 45, which is stainless steel. Okay, this has the sizzle finishing, but it's still completely different. The Parker 51, it's also extremely smooth, but this one has a completely different feel. Unfortunately, the functionality, if I remember correctly, was not that good. When I got this pen, I only wrote 1 page in my journal, but afterwards I found that it was quite scratchy. But why not? Found it out now. How does it write? Let's fill it. Some Pelican Royal Blue. It doesn't even want to write. Okay, let's start. Okay, it scratches quite. It has a strong feedback. I cannot write fast. It just skips. It writes quite wet. But it's definitely scratchy in an irritating way. Even though I do not consider myself a collector that only collects and would not like to use his collection, but even though I would not be afraid to use this pen, because I would like to use it not to keep in a safe, but the feedback of the tip is quite annoying. It is not a pleasant writing experience like with almost all of my other pens, like the Parker 45, 51, 75, Rotring 600 and other pens. So this is it's a bit different. But who said that it needs to be great? That's how they did it. Unfortunately, they did not make a really great successor to it. Like, do it completely from stainless steel, but do not change any millimeter of dimensions or ratios, diameters, or anything, because you will end up a pen that cannot be put besides this. Yes, I'm looking at you, Parker 50. Unfortunately, if you would like to buy this pen, it is quite rare. When last time I checked it on eBay, they were like over 400, 500 US dollars. After a couple of years, in 1978, Parker produced the Parker 50 or Falcon, which they sold as a successor of the T1, but it is like a distant cousin to this. It was all steel, but they managed to destroy the beauty of the simplicity and elegance of the Parker T1. I will just make a quick sketch immediately to show what I mean. Okay, so far the Parker Falcon and the T1 looks the same. What makes the one a great design and the other one like a failed design in a sense? So that was the whole point of the Parker T1, that it has an integrated full titanium nib. It is the continuation of the section and the grip. However, the Falcon, that was a newer one, and they told that it is the successor of the T1, why on earth they made two different finishings on the nib? It's like, okay, I have a integrated nib, but I would like to look like a fountain pen that has a separate nib, like all other fountain pens. What's the point of it? Come on. I found that it is quite similar if you want to search for another pen like this, Pilot Mew. I hope it was interesting to you to learn a little bit about this Parker fountain pen. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, give a like, share it, anything. And if you want, you can also subscribe. It's funny to see how a YouTuber like me, it's a big word. I'm just a guy who is interested in a lot of stuff. When I see 1 subscription plus, haha, it's funny. You should try it. Okay, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Bye.